It's 8:38 a.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. For a brief moment, everything feels like the world has gone back to normal. There are no pandemics, the economy seems stable, the government isn't flirting with fascism.
Everything is the enemy.
And there's not a giant drilling monster in sight. Wait, are we talking real life? Because I thought this was a Godzilla comic book. As it turns out, it is! Godzilla rises out of the middle of a jam-packed highway. It's surprising to see Godzilla in Atlanta because at the end of the previous issue, we saw him creeping up from the depths on our heroes. So he must have taken a sharp left turn or something and called it a day right after we closed the comic book. Speaking of our heroes, G-Force USA has its hands full dealing with the monstrous Yakumama. Rumi reminds Jason not to use his Kai-Sei powers because otherwise the parasites will be drawn to him and try to absorb all his precious Kai-Sei energy. That's all well and good, but that makes Jason a sitting duck. Jason wonders out loud what's he supposed to do, spit on him? To which Nuki responds, "Keep it in your mouth, man, and let me do the spitting." Nuki, being G-Force's munitions expert, does just that. Nuki moves up close to Jason, wondering if she's interrupting anything like the last time. Jason seems a bit confused, but my brother in Godzilla, choose your next words carefully. A confused Jason asks if she wanted to talk to him. Nuki proceeds to put John Wick to shame. She mows down dozens of parasitic monsters within several seconds, all while talking about how her time in the dead zone changed her. See, in the case with Nuki, it's not the monsters that affected her. It's seeing all the starving, diseased people begging for help, and there being nothing she could do about it, other than feel dead inside. So even if you escape the dead zone doesn't exactly escape you. And Nuki? Someone give this girl a hug, and of course after washing off all the parasite guts, of course. With the threat of many more parasites merging with the Yakumama, Incense steps in and vaporizes waves of them. Not only did he dedicate this feat to his West Coast fans, which is hilarious because the West Coast, or at least the Pacific Northwest, has been completely obliterated. I mean, it is the dead zone, but I digress. He takes a hero selfie with Nuki after. So I gotta admit, Incense is growing on me. I think we have more in common than I'm prepared to admit live on camera. Back in Atlanta, the police bravely confront Godzilla. That's about how far they get before Godzilla's tail sends them on a one-way trip to oblivion. Before Godzilla could win in a staring contest with a terrified family, he's attacked by a giant mech calling itself the Kai-Killer X. Admittedly, the Kai-Killer X looks sick with its design reminding me of Megas XLR, which should totally receive a re-release. Megas XLR is like the greatest show ever. Sorry, not sorry. On top of that, the Kai-Killer X is wielding a kaiju-sized Buster Sword, which makes it even cooler.
Cooler than Freezer? You must be ice cold.
No, that would be my father.
But Godzilla, clearly not a fan of mechs, tears the Kai-Killer X in half. The king of the Kai-Sei universe glares at the pilot, who's, begging for his life. Sometime later, Godzilla is seen tunneling away under the streets of Atlanta, leaving behind the molten remains of the Kai-Killer X. Its pilot, I don't think Godzilla spared him. Sure as hell doesn't look like it. 20 minutes before the aforementioned Godzilla Incursion, which is a real cool-ass name. Godzilla Incursion. Godzilla fanfic writers should get on that. G-Force makes landfall. It's then Commander Rivera receives an urgent message from Marco, whose lab is running tests on the parasite. Marco explains that it's a good thing that G-Force didn't use the parasites on Godzilla, and the reason why is because the Yakumama parasites are synthetic. That's right, someone or something created them. Despite the sophisticated intelligence of Yakumama's maker, who savvy readers or Kaijutopia subscribers know is actually the enigmatic Lament. Marco discovered an isotope that is found in only one place, the Upshot Knothole test site. the last major US weapons test site before the appearance of Godzilla in 1953. Commander Rivera seems to know an awful lot about its history. What's interesting here, however, is back in issue 1, the prologue stated that Godzilla was awakened by an unknown weapon in 1954, yet here they're talking about Godzilla appearing in 1953. So does this mean the US government knew of Godzilla's existence beforehand? I mean, I wouldn't put it past the US government knowing things and not sharing that information, because it's the US government.
I was designed to defend this land, and I will do it by destroying everyone.
Rivera shares with Rumi the intel that Yakumama was someone else's weapon against Godzilla. It's then a subordinate informs the commander of even more good news. Godzilla is in Atlanta. Rivera is understandably pissed off. This seems to confirm Rumi's theory of Godzilla using Anguirus' tunnels. Both Godzilla and Anguirus were driven underground by Yakumama, making me suspect that we haven't seen the last of the horrifying parasitic kaiju. After all, Commander Rivera still wants to use him to weaken Godzilla. But Rumi believes there's another way in stopping Godzilla. Jason. That's right. It's then decided that G-Force will split up. Commander Rivera, Incense, and Nuki will go Yakumama shopping, leaving Jason, Rumi, and Jet Jaguar to locate Godzilla. Before leaving, Nuki advises Jason to watch out for the little stuff. I heart Nuki. I heart her so much. She's so awesome. Nothing bad better happen to her. After Rivera's team takes off, we're then treated to one of the most badass Jet Jaguar moments ever. It is truly to borrow from TV tropes, it is a crowning moment of awesome. Not only is it one of the best Jet Jaguar transformations in a comic, it's the greatest of all time. Jet Jaguar goes supersized. The heroic robot is now eye level with most kaiju. He holds Jason and Rumi within the steel palm of his hands, creating an airtight space for them while he takes them on for a swim. This is all well and good, but don't they need air to breathe? Is Jet Jaguar somehow circulating oxygen? For now, my headcanon says yes. Within the steel giant's palms, Rumi and Jason confide in one another. Rumi shares file footage of her time being part of G-Force Japan. Back then, Japan was ground zero of kaiju attacks. Nothing's changed. For many years before Rumi became a member, G-Force was there to fight back the great beasts. Unfortunately, so many lives were lost to the point where they had to change tactics. While Rumi's teammates distracted the kaiju with a combination of light, sound, and pheromone-based attacks, Rumi would use her Kogai blade to strike pressure points. Due to their massive size, kaiju bodies compensated by having networks of nerve clusters. If you hit the right one, however, you can guide them, even Godzilla. If Jason trusts Rumi and uses his powers, as she says, she can teach him how to perform kaiju acupuncture. We end on Jet Jaguar swimming through the dark depths with our heroes in tow. But don't think for a moment they're in good hands, because they're looking for Godzilla. That can't end well. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts on the Godzilla Kai-Sei era. I'm definitely looking forward to the next issue. Hopefully we get to see the new kaiju villain Lament truly cut loose, because there's been so much build up to this guy, and I gotta say, he gives me the creeps, and I'm pretty sure we haven't even begun to see the full extent of his evil plan. Hey, I'll see you all later, Kaijutopians. I love you all. Peace out.